everyone. My name is Carol Butke. I am on the Levites Committee, along with a lot of other gals that you will probably meet later. We just want to thank the Assumption Rhapsody group for coming and singing with us today, and also Sue Popelka for her harp music, which is very beautiful. Thank you very much. I'm going to introduce another member of our Lovelace Committee, Carla Link, and she will introduce other people, and we'll have, make sure you eat your refreshments and drink your goodies too, so please.
Okay, our first person that's going to be giving you a welcome is Nan Taylor, and she's done this a lot, I hear. This is the Director of Business Development and Community Relations for Aspirus Riverview. Dan? I think if we can just keep it here, that'll be fine.
Work?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, good idea. We won't shift it around. Welcome, everybody. Welcome on behalf of Aspirus Riverview Hospitals and Clinics. This is our 14th annual ceremony, and I am so glad to see such a full house here. So tonight, you're going to hear some more music from our wonderful Assumption Choir. You're going to have an invocation by our own past or chaplain, Reverend Christy Kleinbeck. You'll hear from Peggy Ossie, who is our interim COO, and Lori Slattery Smith, who's the director of the Aspirus UW Cancer Center. And also, you will get to hear the essay contest winners, who are all here with us tonight and sitting so nice and quietly and still over on that couch. Nice job. And then you will also hear from someone who is very special to us and who actually started this Love Lights program 14 years ago and has made a special trip to be with us this evening, Diane Pogrant. She's here somewhere. There she is. And finally, you will take your punch and cookies with you as you walk outside to see those trees lit up. And it will be the start of another wonderful holiday season. So once again, I'd like to have our choir entertain us with some music, and then we will get an invocation from Reverend Kleinbeck. Thank you.
Together good evening. We are glad to see you and glad that you made it. We know there are different reasons that compel you for being here tonight. We acknowledge the reality that for some, this is a time of remembrance, and these love lights represent deep losses of special individuals in your lives, whether recently or from years past. For others, this is a time of honoring and supporting your special ones, and these lights represent thankfulness for individuals still with us, and that they are not alone. For some, this is a time of being on the receiving end of support, and these lights make visible the care, personally from those around you, from the Cancer Center here, and from our community. Still for others, and some of our youngest, this is a time to share with us of those special people in your lives, and we can't wait to hear about them. For many, this evening represents all these things. Whatever your reason for being here, we share in that together these lights mean love. Love for your special people. Love through compassion for yet strangers who will be on the receiving end of incredible generosity and kindness. We acknowledge there is much in our lives and in this world that challenges what is good, or even attempts to destroy it. From personal heartache and struggle to cowardly acts of terror, and all that leave us with hard questions we don't have answers for. But we see and are reminded tonight of the power of love and compassion, its resiliency to carry us through, and its strength to have the last word. Being here is one intentional, lived way of reminding each other of this. And so as we gather, let us begin with a moment of silence, remembering special ones in our lives, those who are here and those who have died, and being mindful of those whose paths seem dark. I will conclude our silence with an invocation. In the spirit of all that is sacred and good, may the light we kindle tonight warm our memories and our lives. May this light be of encouragement for those who need encouragement along the way. May it be of comfort for those who are in need of comfort. May it be of hope for those in need of hope, especially for those who are grieving, sick, dying, or hurting here and around our world this night. May these lights remind and challenge us to bring compassion and love to others, especially when it is easier not to. For the familiar and the stranger, for the ones with deep local roots, and for the ones uprooted. And with the stars this season, may these lights remind us in thankfulness of our shared humanity and the gift it is to love and to be loved. Amen.
Good evening. I'm Peggy Osey, and I'm Vice President Patient Services and Chief Nursing Officer and Interim Chief Operating Officer here at Aspirus Riverview. It's my privilege and pleasure to be administratively responsible for the UW Cancer Center at Aspirus Riverview and work with all of the great people there. It's also my pleasure to be here tonight at the 14th Annual Love Lights Tree Lighting Ceremony. Love Lights is an opportunity for all of us to remember, in a tangible way, someone who's touched our lives. All of your collective actions have created a lasting salute to the quality of care that we're able to offer here at Aspirus Riverview. Since last year, as probably you all know, we've become a part of the Aspirus system. But we have still maintained our affiliation with the University of Wisconsin for the Cancer Center. Both affiliations allow us, as a relatively small entity, to maintain state-of-the-art care here, especially in the area of cancer, and also with the advantage of keeping our patients close to home. We have the same great, compassionate, skilled, and caring team, including our medical oncologist, Dr. Ron Kirschling, our radiation oncologist, Dr. Anna Olson, our talented director, Lori Smith, and everyone else at the hospital that helps to support the cancer program and keep it running smoothly. As has been the case the last 14 years, 100% of the Love Lights proceeds directly support the cancer program here at Aspirus Riverview in Wisconsin Rapids. This year, the donations are going to be used for radiation therapy software that helps to complete quality assurance measurements on the cancer radiation treatment machine, or the tomotherapy machine. And that's going to help us provide a much faster and easier method to verify the correct dose goes to the treatment area or to the cancerous tumor. It's hard to believe that it's 2015 and 14 years since the first Love Light celebration. Since that time, we've lived through some challenges, including, in some cases, cancer, loss of a loved one, job changes, and terrorist attacks. Over the last 14 years, and again in the last week, our spirits have been shaken. Many people are skeptical, worried, and perhaps a little sadder. Although it's hard to imagine how our world will soon return to the place of comfort and joy we once knew and kind of took for granted, we can certainly begin to take steps to make our own little corner of the world a better place to live. So as we celebrate this event tonight and the upcoming holidays and prepare for a brand new year, perhaps these are the best of times to hold open that door, thank someone in writing, let someone else go first, let bygones be gone, remember our parents, say the kind words we've always been meaning to say, think how we want to be remembered and act that way, initiate a goodnight kiss, express our love to a brother or sister, pray for a friend, show support to a colleague who's truly making an effort, be a little kinder to the clerk behind the counter, be a little more generous with our time, honor our family traditions, place candles in our windows, and begin giving voices to our hearts. I can't think of a better way to give voices to our hearts than to kick off the holiday season here with all of you tonight. Thank you all for your generosity and your support, and I wish you a very happy holiday season of 2015.
Greetings. My name is Lori Slattery Smith, and I am the director of the Aspirus UW Cancer Center. As you've heard from Nan and Peggy, the Love Light celebration really kickstarts our holiday season. And again, it is the 14th anniversary of Love Lights. More than $500,000 has been raised through the years to support cancer care right here in this community. We have a saying engraved on the donor wall in the Cancer Center that states, "The good men do separately is small compared to what they may do collectively." Well, we all know that behind every project, there is someone who's at the helm, keeps it organized, keeps it on task, and while it is currently in very good hands, I'd like to recognize the person who started this 14 years ago and make it the successful event that it is today. Her name is Diane Pokrant. She's here and she is with us tonight. We miss her, and we want to openly share our appreciation for the work that she has done. As the director of the Cancer Center, I see the direct benefits of your contributions. I am privileged to be part of the lives that must come to the Cancer Center for care. I know that is very scary. Your support gives all of us who work just beyond those walls of the hospital the motivation to do all that we can. So thank you very much for your donations and your support. And Diane, we thank you.
Thank you, Lori. Well, first I want to say how good it is to be back in Wisconsin Rapids. Right now we're living in Eau Claire, and I guess it's an okay place, but it isn't home. Let's put that there. And as I looked at the trees when we drove up the expressway, they're going to be gorgeous, just gorgeous when they're all lit. And we'll know what they're for, why they're lit, and everybody that has given will know that their light is on that tree. I was so pleased when Mary Nemick called me and asked me to come. My first thoughts were, oh, I don't think I want to come. And then I thought, yes, she was telling me about some of the changes, and yeah, I want to see the changes. And they sounded awesome, and so decided to come. My little dog wasn't too happy with that, but she's at home being taken care of. And the music that was presented tonight is just really spectacular. And what I'm most happy about is that Love Lights has continued on. Mary and her committee have worked hard. I was so worried that it might end, but my worries are over. Love Lights is in good hands. Thank you all for coming and participating in Love Lights' 14th year. Thank you.
Stage a minute. Mary, would you please come up? We have something for Diane. She has worked innumerable hours, volunteer hours, she's not paid, and spends her own money for gas, buying just wonderful boxes of chocolates that we sold for $1 a piece. Last year, we raised over $55,000 on chocolate bars, on pink bows, on bracelets. What else did we sell? We sold everything we could find. And Diane was the best salesperson of all, so.
Why?
Thank you
You mean
so
you
much.
fit your little granddaughter in this box?
Folded her in half.
Oh,
and
good,
there
that's
she
what I
is.
wanted. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you. I'll give it to Pat.
I can't thank you enough for picking up.
It's a group effort, does it
Yeah.
all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a good thing it isn't motorized.
The one person who didn't want to be recognized is going to be recognized now, and that's Mary Nimick. And she's the one that held us together, so waves with hands. The Assumption High School Choir, Royal Rhapsody Choir is going to be giving a tribute for our armed services. So those people who have been in the service or are in the service, if you would please stand if you're seated, this is for you.
For over 200 years, the men and women of our armed services have defended the United States and continue to keep vigilant watch over our great nation. Created in 1775, the Army, Continental Navy, and Marines have participated in every war since the American Revolution. Our current Air Force originated in 1907 as the Aeronautical Division of the Army Signal Corps, and was later named the Army Air Corps, and finally the United States Air Force after World War II. The debt of gratitude we as a nation owe these brave soldiers cannot be measured. With this tribute in song, let us remember those who have fallen and those who continue to serve by standing when your service song is played. And let us all join in singing of our last measures of America the Beautiful at the conclusion of this American Heroes tribute. United States Army.
It's been said before, but the choir is terrific, and this tribute was terrific. And thank you to all the veterans and the people who are in service. Now we go to the awarding of medals and reading of winning essays, and I'm standing here like this, far away from the mic, because I have a stool standing right here for the kids that are going to be standing. I'd like to introduce Lynn Swanson and Janet Mueller, who were in charge of this part of the program. Lynn?
It is with great pleasure that 6 fourth graders will be sharing their essays with you folks. This year's contest had a new theme. They were asked to write about someone whom they respect, admire, look up to, or love. Someone in their life who is important to them. We received over 200 essays from 7 schools. I know you will enjoy hearing these young writers' thoughts. We're going to begin tonight with Rose Schooley from Mead School.
Someone I love is my big brother Ben, because he means a lot to me. Ben helps me when I am struggling, and it gives me love and attention. Ben plays with me and gives me hope. I share with Ben, and Ben shares with me. Ben colors with me sometimes and goes places with me. I respect him and admire him and look up to him, and of course I love him. When he's not looking, I would sneak kiss him. He hates that. Ben helps me when I'm hurt and cares for me. We play games like football, basketball, and I'm so grateful for that. I love him so much. Thank you, Ben.
Come here. Okay. Want to stand up there? Okay, there you go. Each of the winners receive a certificate of recognition and a medal.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. Next is...
Sorry about that. Get it closer to them. There we go. Okay.
Okay. Next is Ryan Tao from Grove Elementary.
The person I admire. The person I admire is my mom, Majita, because she takes care of me. Here are some reasons why I love her. My mom is brave. She raised 7 kids. She raised the 6 older kids when they were born in Thailand. She raised them while going to the garden. I was born in the U.S. She cooks pho, chicken, and kaboom, and I love it. She is always nice to me because I'm the youngest one in the family. The only time I get to see her is before school because she works in the afternoon. My mom cares for me all the time. Even at work, my mom hopes that I do good in school. My mom, Maiji Tao, is the person I love and admire the most.
Now from Washington Elementary, we have Logan Parker.
There are many important people in my life, but my parents are the most important. Today I intend to tell you why. My parents are always there for me. They help me with my homework. They encourage me to always do my best. My parents are supportive of the sports I play and are my biggest fans. My parents work hard to provide for my family. My dad is a mechanic and my mom is a social worker. They are always willing to lend a helping hand to anyone in need. My parents have taught me to be respectful and to treat others the way you want to be treated. I am grateful for the guidance that my parents have given me to be the best I can be. I hope to be just like my parents one day. I love my parents very much and I'm thankful for all they do for me.
Ryan Lockman from Woodside is next.
Grandpa. One of my favorite people is my grandpa. He grew up in the 1950s. He inspires me very much. My grandpa is brainy. He is brainy because whenever I go to his house, he usually teaches me something new. Also, he always helps me with my homework. My grandpa is skillful. He finds a way to do mostly everything that he doesn't know what to do. He would fix most of my stuff, like blow up my tires on my bike. He is optimistic. He is optimistic because he is always positive about himself. He also looks on the bright side when he's out on the tractor or out plowing. He is brilliant. He is brilliant because he is always smart. He always helps me with my things, like my homework. I want to be like him when I grow up.
Zayden Dillman from Washington will share hers.
The person I admire. The person I admire is my grandma. She is 76 years old and lives in Wisconsin Rapids with my grandpa. About 15 years ago, she got cancer. The doctor didn't think she was going to live for more than a couple years, but she is a fighter and she's still alive. I think my grandma is very kind and generous because even though she has cancer, she makes hats for the people who lose hair after chemo. She is thoughtful because she gives me little presents even when it's not my birthday or Christmas. Even though she has a feeding tube and can't eat, she makes food for my family. I think my grandma is thoughtful. She and I have a lot in common. We both care for other people and we both like to knit. My grandma is a person that I admire.
And we will now hear from Mason Kubas of St. Vincent de Paul.
Why I admire my dad. The person I admire most is my dad. There are many reasons why I admire him. My dad works hard, is a great teacher, and is caring and helpful. My dad works hard as a firefighter and paramedic, and he encourages me to work hard too. At his job, he helps people in need and keeps them safe. I think his job is very important for the community. My dad is also a great teacher for my sister Clara and me. He helps me with sports, homework, fishing, hunting, and how to use tools. He is patient and fun. My dad is caring and helpful to friends and family. My grandpa is in the hospital right now because he had a stroke. He visits him a lot and keeps him company. He also bought him an iPad so he could play World of Tanks and listen to music. What I admire most is that he is the best dad. I hope when I grow up, I am just like him.
Reading over 200 essays about this was a job, but a joyful one. I was asked to say or announce that if you are interested, people who have purchased the love lights, they are in the rotunda over here, the names of people on the wall, if you would like to check those before you leave tonight. And I thank you for being here and being such a nice audience.
Thank you to our students. They were wonderful, insightful essays. Being an old English teacher, I can appreciate the grammar. The Assumption High School Royal Rhapsody Choir will sing again, and then we will be going out to light the lights. How this is all done is through an extreme network of janitorial services and hospital administrative people who are going to light them at the word. And I don't know what that word is, but I'm sure it's going to be there. So with that, it's the Royal Rhapsody again.